Good morning. This is the second morning of the second night of my journey to be homeless, the 10 days of homelessness. I'm down here at, I guess what we call Tuddy's Crossing, and I actually completed spending the night underneath the Stevenson Street Bridge last night. It was mighty cold. I'm not sure how much sleep I got. Did learn a lesson yesterday. You know, I had a big bag with a sleeping bag and a couple blankets, and that was really difficult to lug around. So I went with a little bit of a smaller pack last night, kind of reduced down to one blanket and kind of loaded up on clothes and hit it. I had a couple observations last night, a couple lessons, and a new experience which I'll share. I left FACC last night at about 5:30. I headed down to the library to get water, and as I discussed in the earlier segment, sometimes water is very difficult to find in a public space. Library being one of those places, I filled up my water bottle, so I had water. Then I hoofed it all the way down to Aldi's. I had $6.50 in my pocket for my daily ration and went down to Aldi's and actually purchased a nice meal. I had some very nice roast beef and ham wraps with some cheese, some sliced peaches, and it was very tasty. Didn't eat it all, but ate enough to get some energy. Felt pretty good after having some food in my belly. And then I walked all the way back up here to the downtown area. That was about a 2-hour experience. So 2 words, Freeport: public transportation. That would have helped. Got here to the bridge, walked around here for a while till about 10 o'clock, and then tried to settle in underneath the bridge, and it was cold. Not terribly noisy, but cold, and I just still don't feel very comfortable sleeping out in the open like that. You know, about every noise you hear, you get up and you look around and whatnot. Probably more afraid of being jumped or something like that than as opposed to any kind of critter looking around, but nonetheless, not a very comfortable experience. I think I dozed off a few times, got a little bit of sleep. So I'm feeling better rested. I woke up at about midnight last night, and I just couldn't stop shaking. I was just shivering like crazy. Could not stop shaking. And I remembered a lesson from Boy Scouts, and actually from my friend, my boyhood friend from Savannah, Mike Kistler, who lives up in Alaska. Mike will tell you that up in Alaska they say that cotton kills. That 2-hour walk down and back from Aldi's, I produced a lot of sweat, and my 2 t-shirts, my short sleeve t-shirt and my long underwear t-shirt, were just sopping wet. And at about midnight I kind of figured out why I couldn't stop shivering. So I had to get those wet items off, and got those off, and that wasn't fun. That was cold. Got those off and felt a little better after that, but I think that points to something. These guys that I've worked with over the years live outdoors like this. They're real prone to sickness, and I think that's one of the things that happens when they get sick, before they get sick, is they get wet and they can't get dry. So I've got two wet shirts here. They're still very wet right now, still damp. I'll have to figure out a way to dry them. Hopefully we'll have some sun today. I can figure out some way to put them somewhere where they won't get taken, that they can dry, so I can add those on for layers. Couple observations. Interesting observation was in Aldi's, and I actually recognized and knew 3 different people that were there, and desperately tried to make eye contact with all 3, and none of them would. And I think we have all done that before when we see somebody we suspect is homeless or just a little bit different. You know, we try to avoid that eye contact. I've done it myself, and it happened to me last night, and that was very interesting. The other observation that, and kind of the flip side of that to some degree, is that there are really good people. This morning I woke up about an hour ago and had $1 in my pocket. Yeah, the stuff only cost me $5 last night. Had $1 in my pocket, and went down to a local gas station and asked how much a large was. And as I went back to to get the coffee, the lady behind the counter noticed me and recognized me from the paper, and she said, "Well, Dean, today for you, the coffee is free." And I was really appreciative of that, because I really wanted that coffee and I didn't have enough money for it. I talked to her a little bit, and she said that, you know, she gets guys like me, you know, well, not like me, but homeless guys that come in, and you know, she tries to hit them up with a little bit of, you know, set them up with a little bit of coffee, and you know, it just shows that there's just good people out there that are trying to help, and you know, for a lot of us, for the grace of God, we could be in the same spot. I hear a train coming, so it might get a little bit loud here. I apologize, but yeah, here comes the train. I'll give you a little bit of a funny story last night, and first I will probably be apologizing forever to my oldest two, Madison and Bronte, for this, but I had a new experience last night. I'm not sure if I'm going to get this in before this train hits here. I'm going to shut her down and shut her off when the train goes by, so we'll catch you in just about a minute.